Austin's turn.
We are tWoTcast, episode 249. I knew Tom was going to talk for a second.
All right, everyone, shut the f*** up.
We are tWoTcast!
Wheel of Time. Reread podcast. Explicit and R freaking rated. Jono's the wild card, always talking shit. Joe's the straight man. He's a total dick. Tom calls in if he's not too busy. We are tWoTcast!
I'm Jono, and with me, as always, is Joe.
Wrong.
Oh, yep, God, fuck it. This is my first time doing this.
It is.
You're listening to tWoTcast, the Wheel of Time reread podcast. Now covering Robert Jordan's The Wheel of Time. We are doing Book 1, The Eye of the World. Written by Robert Jordan. Book 1.
You said that already. Yeah.
Yeah, that wasn't good.
The Eye of the World.
Yeah, we got that. Yeah.
I'm Jono. With me, as always, is Joe.
Oh, hey, Jono.
And today, Tom?
Yeah, you're studying your math.
Oh, hey, Tom.
Hi, Tom. I thought you were
studying your math.
ghost
I
out.
really like the delay.
Study math.
Tom's finally on the show.
Just left. Just click.
The actual fucking way.
F+. I have a great story for you guys about how much of a good person I am and about Home Alone.
Nobody believes this.
So I was at the Atlanta United game with my wife, who also no one
Sports.
Yeah, and we've got an interesting couple people next to us. Very nice, and they own 4 seats. And so Shannon and I have 2, or my blow-up doll and I have 2, and then in front of us is my buddy AJ and his wife who have 2.
Now, do you have an extra seat for your blow-up doll?
Well, yeah.
Because you want to put her next to you in another seat to pretend like she's real, or did they actually make you buy a ticket?
They made me buy a ticket.
All right.
But it also has a nice little cushion between anyone trying to sit next to me and think I'm weird. Because you got to sit next to my blow-up doll.
Right.
It's just weird. The other guy on the other side. So we're kind of a block of 4, 3 in a blow-up doll, and next to us is, like I said, this couple who we're in a relationship, and then they broke up, but they had season tickets. They had 4, and they've kept them because of business reasons. And so, and they're
soccer business.
Soccer business. I think they're in real estate or something like that. And they're really nice people. And so we kind of
lying.
off season.
I don't understand who you're protecting.
Whom?
They don't listen to the podcast, Jono. They're not viewers. Fuck. You can just say they suck.
So they're kind of trash.
All right.
I find them thoroughly entertaining. We have bets on who's gonna be fucking whom, that kind of thing. After they broke up, the one guy was on Tinder right behind her while they each had someone with them. It was
weird.
Yeah, it was very weird. Anyway, so
they broke up. What do you do?
Well, apparently
life doesn't stop, Jono.
So she was dating a guy that we called Sad Gronk. He looked like Gronkowski with, I don't know what you'd call it, maybe some sort of slighter, more mental retardation.
More?
Yeah.
Gronk?
Yeah, I know. But trust us, we were excited.
Interesting.
So she was with Sad Gronk, and then her ex-boyfriend was with just a rotating cast of characters. Because he was 40 and obviously had money, but not the more attractive of the duo. So she came to the game, just the 2 of them, and we had taken bets on what do you think's happened. Well, she and Sad Gronk, congratulations to them, have gotten engaged.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then she's like, by the way, if you're looking for my business partner, he may not be here for a bit. He was walking on the roof of his building that for real estate that he owns.
Right.
And he fell through a skylight. 30 feet. Landed on his wrist.
On the skylight?
Yeah. Apparently the skylight was painted. The skylight was painted to not look.
Oh my god.
So,
that must have been the most amazing thing to witness. Tell me someone else was on the roof.
I don't
Like a
know.
cartoon.
But like she was
It's
telling
like
us
a cartoon. It's like walking and then just suddenly there's no...
she was telling us this horror story and
It's like Home Alone. You're just walking.
I know.
And you're just like, whoop.
And like so I was sitting there like for like 30 seconds and I was like trying to hold it back and I was like, wow, it's fucked up. Like, how's he doing? He's like, oh, he's gonna get some plates in his eye. You know, he's blind in one eye. I'm like, oh, that's fucked up.
God.
Sounds like something out of Home Alone.
You're just waiting for it.
Yeah.
Just to wrench it in as fast as you could.
And she kind of looks at me and I was like, you know, at Home Alone 2 where he falls through there and he goes, wow, what a hole. Everyone stops, and my blow-up doll, of course, letting the air out at the right cadence, trying to not laugh because she's just kind of like she failed.
Did someone say?
Yeah.
Who else was on the roof? Did the person say like "suck brick, kid"? And throw a brick down through the hole at him?
And so like after a moment, she's like, "It is like Home Alone. It is like Home Alone."
He's actually blind in one eye because someone said "suck brick, kid" and then threw a brick at his face. Holy shit!
Like all I could think of was just like, this is a tWoTcast story.
He might not be here for a while because he fell through a roof.
30 feet, broke his arm, his hand, his eye, and
How far down
blind.
does this skylight go?
I guess 30 feet.
I know, but what kind of building was this? Like, it wasn't a household, obviously.
I don't know.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Was it a brownstone in New York City that they were working on?
Yeah, maybe he fell through a hole and then through the other hole that went straight to the basement. Everyone knows that's quite a hole.
What a hole. So that's what I got for you. And if you're listening, man, you're not. 'Cause your ears not fucked up too.
It's absolutely not listening.
Oh, it's so horrible and also hilarious because it's not me.
Snakes.
So, happy Mario Day, guys. It's Mario Day. Do you know that?
What is
Nobody
Mario?
knows what that means.
No, it's just Mario Day.
I don't know.
It's March 10th.
It's a Mario Day.
MAR 10.
Fuck.
It's Mario Day. That's literally all I got. There's nothing there. Stop trying to dissect it. It's not very interesting.
Tom?
It's just Nintendo calls it Mario Day.
I mean, I get it, but it's dumb.
Oh, I know it's dumb. I didn't make it up.
We should not allow them to make this a thing. It's not happening.
You got any more 80s, 90s nostalgia? Like maybe you saw Sonic the Hedgehog?
Maybe you saw Sonic the Hedgehog?
I saw Sonic the Hedgehog.
I see.
Yeah. I'll tell you what.
Are we going to do a Doug Loves Movies and talk about the movie we saw most recently?
No, we're just about talk about the fact that Sonic the Hedgehog.
We already do a Doug Loves Movies where we talk about what we read, watch, and play.
It's called Read, Watch, Get.
But we don't talk about the most recent movie we saw at the movie theater.
It was Sonic the Hedgehog.
That's not necessarily
now
true.
we know. Now we know about Sonic.
I would give it a 10 out of 100. But I'd give Jim Carrey.
So 1 out of 10.
I'd give Jim Carrey.
I was just saying. I'm glad Tom studied his math and said that before you, but I was thinking the same thing.
I'd give Jim Carrey 100 out of 100 because he was
Jim Carrey's in
fantastic.
Sonic?
He is.
He's
Dr. Robotnik.
Dr. Robotnik.
I don't even understand what his career is anymore.
He doesn't either, but guess what? He channeled 1995 Jim Carrey pretty fucking well with a giant mustache.
I'd enjoy that.
It was, honestly, he is the highlight. I know it's hard to believe, but John Ralphio plays Sonic.
Yeah, I was going to say, I like Ben Schwartz. I would
Ben Schwartz is great.
like to listen to him talk Sonic words, I guess.
I like to listen to him talk Sonic words.
Technically, you did. I don't like to listen to him talk supersonic words because then I can't hear him at time.
You're giving the movie bad ratings for fucking children. I give you a 10
Is
out of
it for
100
children or is it for people our age?
It's definitely for people our age who's got a kid that just says, fuck you, you're coming with me.
Oh, so you think it's for people our age that have children
Yeah.
that want to be entertained while also dragging their kid to a movie?
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
That's a different
10
story.
out of 100 just for going. It's your fault.
I couldn't help it. It's all your fault.
I mean, I'll definitely watch that movie when it's free and on television, but
I don't think I will.
I
I will just out of curiosity.
It is not good.
Jim Carrey and Ben Schwartz is reason enough.
Ben Schwartz 5, great.
Yeah, maybe I will. I watched Detective Pikachu for some reason. So.
I watched that movie too. It was horrible. And I assume Sonic will be around the same kind of level.
They had no idea how to incorporate the rings that you're supposed to grab like the entire game.
Yeah.
And so they made them like mystical.
Because it doesn't work.
Yeah, no shit. It's a fucking video game.
Can't make a movie out of everything.
Yeah, you can actually. It's called Sonic the Hedgehog. And
let me ask you this: is it better?
You can make it.
Since it's Super Mario Day, is it better than the Mario movie from the 90s?
Which Mario movie?
The only Mario movie.
I don't remember the movie.
What?
Who's in that? The guy from Roger Rabbit?
John Leguizamo
Haskins
plays Luigi.
Did you guys ever see
I think Dennis
the live
Hopper is
action?
Bowser.
Did you ever see the live action Mario TV show?
Yeah, well, that was just the opening part, though.
Yeah, I know. It was amazing.
I've seen the live action Mario parody porn.
What? I'm sorry, I laughed so hard.
Go on.
Why?
Why wouldn't I?
You and I are on two different. I'm all about go on, and you're like, why?
Why would you watch that?
Well, his toadstool's growing right now.
Look at that mushroom cat.
Yeah.
This is a weird question. Why wouldn't I watch that? Why wouldn't everybody?
What if he gets a star while he's having sex?
She just dies.
Does she just rip apart?
He's got one of those spiky shells on his dick again.
Oh god!
You'd be surprised to know they don't incorporate a lot of the video game physics into the.
Well, that's weird.
Look, it's a bad word.
I think it's weird that they didn't.
Yeah.
It's not weird that I asked. It's weird that they didn't.
They don't really have much of a special effects budget, I guess.
It's like Bukkake Party, and there's Mario and Luigi are in the corner jerking
Does he
off again.
eat a mushroom and get really huge?
I don't know. I didn't watch the movie from start to finish, Joe. Think about it for a minute.
Did you finish before the finish?
Actually, I can't remember.
No. That's a yes.
I'm pretty sure the answer's no.
I'm pretty sure the answer is yes. I actually.
Those parody movies are pretty terrible, but at the same time, I can just get curious and watch 100 of them. These are the worst for at least 40 seconds.
100 of them. I would like to know more about these circumstances.
100, that's a lot.
Yeah.
There's insane Mario porn parodies.
Happy Mario Porn Day.
And you know what tomorrow is?
Mario Porn Day, because every day is Mario Porn Day.
Yeah.
Yes, correct. Also, 3/11 Day.
Mario Porn
Enjoy
Day.
your shitty fucking music.
So weird.
God damn. They're really hate.
What about people that like 311? There's a lot of them.
I know, it's very disappointing.
I've seen 311 in concert.
When?
1995.
Yeah, that's okay. That's fine.
I have also.
Also, what year?
99, I think.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, I probably also. I was gonna say I probably also saw them in 97 or.
Yeah, I think I saw them in 97. I think I've seen them more than once.
That's about the
fine.
But still all in the 90s.
That's absolutely fine. That's absolutely acceptable.
So you're very upset with people that still like 311.
Oh, so you're not allowed to still like 311. You're okay with me liking 311 in 1999, but
or as a nostalgia trip. But if you're still that's actually a really good band, not I enjoy listening to it. And then
Jono, one of the people in the band is named Peanuts. Pretty hardcore.
he just really loves Charles Schultz.
Fucking start this show.
spoiler warning. This is our episode covering The Eye of the World, written by Robert Jordan, chapters 24 through 27. But guess what? There's more. We'll be talking about chapters 28, maybe even the rest of the goddamn series, also written by Robert Jordan and maybe someone else named Susan Sarandon.
Will we be?
I said maybe.
Oh, we might. Oh,
Yeah.
I guess the possibilities there that this show could be 5 hours long.
Maybe we should say spoiler watch, not spoiler warning.
I think he was trying
we
to
have
say
viewers.
Yeah. And it's also spoiler watch is imminent. Or spoiler warning is
an unclever spoiler warning, Joe. He wasn't saying that we were going to talk about all the other books for hours.
But maybe.
But we might, right?
Were you guys quiet because you were watching that Mario porn link that I sent you?
Yeah, that's exactly what I was doing.
Joe is about to go down my pipe.
Yeah, there's so many like weirdly sexual / drug related things they could do with the Mario franchise.
Did
I
they
feel like they probably just failed at. They probably just put red shirt and hat on and overalls and called it a day.
green guy jerking off in the corner?
That's a Koopa. That's a Koopa Troopa.
All right.
Don't pay attention to him.
So,
his name's Yoshi.
Just an Asian guy. That's it. Nothing about it. Just an Asian name.
They actually find an Asian guy named Yoshi, paint him green.
Yeah.
It counts.
Not hard to do.
So
that's why it's funny, Tom.
I know from experience.
I've been to Dragon Con. I believe in God.
I believe in God.
Chapter 24.
Flight down the Arenal.
You sound Irish.
This is a Rand perspective chapter on the spray.
I just like Rand's perspective on the spray. I
do. You want to run through your notes fast, John? You don't have the capability of doing that, do you? You don't write your notes that way.
I don't write them like that, no.
No, you don't.
No, you can just go.
All right, Rand in Dream Shard, Labyrinth. The crew blames Gel, but it's not them.
It's
Tom
definitely him.
teaches them Tower of Genji. Domon talks about legends. Rand goes crazy. They can't trust anybody. That's it.
All right. So as Joe mentioned, this is another one of these dream shards, which I always thought were so interesting. Like when you were first reading books 1, really just mainly 1 and 2 to a lesser extent.
Dream shard.
Yes.
So this isn't just Tel'aran'rhiod. This is a specific nightmare that Ba'alzamon, Ishmael, has made for them.
Yeah.
It's just Beelzebub. Why do you have such a hard time pronouncing it?
What are you talking about? I said it right.
Technically, Tom, the apostrophe means that there's missing syllables. So he put all those in.
I put all those in. When you say it out loud, you're supposed to say it properly.
I never knew that.
Yeah.
Yeah. But as I was about
Why do
it's not just the world of dreams. It's a specific like nightmare that he's brought them into to like fuck with them.
Exactly.
Yeah. So it's a dream shard.
Yeah.
Not just Tel'aran'rhiod.
Correct.
And that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Obviously, Tom.
I think he knew that. He was just excited by the term.
These dreams are always brutal to talk about.
These dreams.
Speaking about that, on the old tWoTcast episodes, very dumb things we said in the past.
We're drunk.
We didn't. Well, we didn't know it was a dream shard at the time.
I'm not looking forward to this at all.
Nothing. We just didn't know how it works, and we were like, well, maybe he split himself. We were like, maybe Ba'alzamon split himself up into like, and he was in 3 different places at once or something. Like, we were trying to figure out how
Rand says
Rand, Matt, and Perrin could be like in the same dream, but not in the same dream, and he's in all of them. And I was like, well, maybe he's just visiting them at different times of the night, and being like, here's the same dream.
I can't believe we talked about it. Wait, is this similar to how Santa Claus works?
Yes.
It's all across the world.
Yes.
Statues crumble for him.
And then I just said, is he just fucking with them? Which I guess we all know now. Yes, he is. Yeah. Because we're like, why can't he catch them? It's his dream. It's the world of dreams. He sees Rand over on another staircase in the labyrinth thing. Why doesn't he just go grab him?
Yeah, that's true. That guy's definitely bad at the world of dreams.
He's just fucking with them.
That's why Lanfear hates him. That and the torture porn later.
This is actually not a bad point. We point out that at the end of this, Rand's face becomes one with Ba'alzamon's. Ba'alzamon. Which I thought was actually...
Wait, that's it.
What are you saying?
Are you fucking with me right now?
Well, no, Tom, that's how you say it. Ba'alzamon. What's this? Why do you think I'm Why does he think I'm fucking with him?
I don't know.
I mean, I'm saying it right.
Yeah. Ball salmon.
Yeah. Anyway, we point out that his face becomes one with Rand's, and Rand's face becomes one with his, and then it's one face, and they like emphasize that like 17 times in a row in the book.
Wonder if that'll ever happen.
And we were like, well, you said back in our old podcast that maybe it has to do with him crossing streams with the balefire. Which sort of does.
Yeah, it does.
And then also, I mean, we didn't know at the time, but he literally becomes...
Yeah, because he watched Ghostbusters 1 and was across the streams.
I'm just saying we weren't that far off. Not having read the 14th book, we were pretty close to, like...
Had we read the 13th book at this time?
I believe so.
Could also be similar to the end of Terminator 2.
Oh, that's a good point.
Yeah, I got nothing here.
Oh, all right. So there's no more.
His fingers actually... I mean, what else do we want to talk about the dream?
Well, I thought you were talking about like what we'd said in the first episode.
Oh, no. Well, yeah, I'll jump back into that.
Oh, okay. All right. Hold on. I'm about to burp.
Hey, Jono.
Hey.
I burped too.
Oh, here we go. By the way,
Yeah.
I have some interesting questions about poor Balsamon, and maybe this is why he was so bad at his job. Bad at his job of trying to kill Rand later on in books 2 and 3 and technically 1. So, you know, we know that Egwene has said that sleep during dream walking is inferior to regular sleep, right?
You think he's tired?
If Balsamon keeps pulling Rand into dream shards, Perrin into dream shards, Matt into dream shards.
So not only is he, like, putting, like, weird thoughts into their brains and not being able to trust anybody,
yeah,
and also trying to figure out which one of them is the Dragon Reborn,
yeah,
he's also trying to make them tired.
yeah. But Balsamon's also making himself tired because he's doing this over and over and over. Yeah, Tom's on the right path. And
Balsam never gets a good night of sleep.
yeah, so I mean, think about Rand, how he doesn't get enough sleep and he's getting headaches for like the 1,000th time. What does this look like for poor Balsamon? I mean,
For thousands of years.
yeah, I mean that could explain a lot of his insanity. Is again, the Dark One does it to his own people. The weather, headaches, rape,
Headaches and rapes are his 3-pronged plan to take over the world.
Yeah,
This guy just needs a nap.
yeah, that's why he's gone insane. He hasn't slept in years, man.
He's not insane right now. He's got that black cord flowing up his anus.
KFT.
I know it's there.
Get fuck this.
So his finger actually gets pricked, and it's actually bleeding, and then he wakes up.
I will say that's pretty creepy.
That's pretty fucked up. I think if I had a nightmare and I woke up and I was like injured from the exact place that I was hurt in the nightmare, I'd be pretty freaked out.
How do you think women feel when they wake up on the menses?
They're bad. They feel bad.
Yeah, that's called cramps.
I see.
I would assume that the injury caused the dream and not the other way around.
You'd be wrong, Tom.
Would I though?
I don't
know.
Yeah.
I guess technically, yeah.
I mean, yeah, you would.
If you read about what Tel'aran'rhiod does, you find out, yeah.
So the spray is moving slowly.
I see that in porn, where they kind of slow it down.
Yeah. It's a slow motion money shot.
Yeah. There do be cum on you.
I can't. No more Val Doman impressions.
By the way, it does say, this one confuses me. The spray made haste slowly down the river. That phrasing, made haste slowly. Why didn't someone just say, like...
They're trying to go quickly, but they're not accomplishing
it. Who was the editor of this book?
Yeah,
let's yell at Harriet when we see her in April.
Oh, she was the editor.
Oh, yeah, she's the editor of the books. You didn't know that?
That's right.
Wait until you see her walking somewhere not quickly and be like, oh, looks like you're making haste slowly.
She's not the fastest driver. I've been behind her. So
see what she says.
What does that mean exactly? Does it mean like they're trying to travel quickly, but they're worried about hitting like mud flats or something, and they're just kind of like they're hurrying, but they're like weaving around the cones at the same time?
There's just no wind.
They have sweeps though.
Sweeps.
Yeah,
and the
sweeps don't go fast.
And the reaps. The what, and the what, Joe?
The creeps and the creeps. Just creep.
So I've never understood the juxtaposition here of Doman's crew, like being on the verge of mutiny, and then later on...
Are they mutinous or are they just like pissed? Well, he's driving them fast, and they're all blaming Gelb because Gelb fucked up. But really, And Gelb's blaming, obviously, Rand
and Matt.
Matt and Tom.
But
I also kind of assume that they just don't like his name.
Gelb. But
Yeah.
we see them in Ilion and in other places, like in books 2 and 3, like, I guess, yeah, it is book 2, like, where, like, almost gets killed. Like, some of his crew get killed, like, you know, they get their shit stolen.
Yeah, but is that the same crew? Don't you just kind of like shed crew and bring on new crew?
A lot.
Like
a
every
lot of
time.
them are the same.
A lot of them are the same, yeah.
Yeah?
But they're, like, willing to go to, like, all right, cool, we're going to take this riverboat out on the fucking ocean. That sounds good to me. Like, there's a lot more loyalty.
We have no direction on this chapter. What's interesting that happens in this chapter?
Matt has a dagger.
Matt has the dagger,
is
but
true.
also Matt sees the Tower of Genji, and he's like staring after it, and he's like, "You think there's treasure in there?" And he's like, "I don't know, man." I just love the fact the fucking even after the riverboat like moves out of the way and like you can't see the Tower of Genji anymore, and Matt's just staring in the direction of it, like there it is. Do you think there's a naked Moraine in that
Do you
tower?
think there's treasure there? Do you think, like, Tom Maryland's going to go there and fuck Moraine afterwards?
I mean, there's not a naked Marine in there yet.
Yeah, that's one of your wishes.
We don't know how time works over there, Tom.
That's true. I guess maybe alright, maybe there is.
It took, by the way, Matt, like, 2 nights to go from regular Matt to paranoid as fuck.
No, I mean it's been more than 2 nights.
Well, yes, it depends where, because, like, there's multiple times we see him with it. But even on the first night, like, the first time he's shown with a dagger, like, he's already paranoid as fuck.
Yeah, I mean I guess it's affecting him pretty quickly, but that's normal,
Is it?
isn't it?
Is it? Usually it's a 5-day incubation period. Can I ask you an important question that's not all important?
Sure.
Where are Tom's best set of knives? I checked again.
Yeah, it's his second best.
Yeah, he lost. That's what he lost the other night.
Yeah. So I was right last episode, you son of a bitch.
Well, I said that. I said he lost his second best the other
No,
night.
I said he lost his best.
Yeah, that's not what he says. He lost his...
Have
he
we
mentions...
ever found out where the best set of knives is?
No, we haven't. It's got to be
Well,
that
now I'm
one
confused.
fight.
Still.
I just don't... He's already talked about his second best set of knives. Again.
That is weird.
He's had 2 second best set of knives. Okay, unless he bumps
Well,
up
the
1 to
second
3.
you lose one best set of knives, I mean, the best set is your second best. And then therefore the third best set is your second best.
He never lost his best set. That's what I'm trying to say. This is bad editing. Carry it!
Probably a secret to where the best set went. What else happens?
Doman gives us a bunch of more legends, which, I mean, in terms of world building, this chapter's really awesome. Because he says a lot of stuff. They pass a lot of cool sculptures and stuff. There's a lot of cool stuff happening in this chapter.
Argonath from...
Is it worth mentioning on our read podcast? I don't know.
Yes.
But it is really interesting.
Jono always says yes.
Oh, go ahead, Jono.
I enjoy Argonath, which is where the... in Tolkien, where you pass by all those sculptures and all that. It's pretty much exactly what this is.
But it's not, though.
Well, I know it's not Tolkien's Argonath, but that's what it is. There's a whole bunch of fucking statues of kings.
But it's just the 2.
No, there are multiple.
Oh, there is? Oh.
Yeah, they talk about how, like, they're flanking on both sides. How, like, you go from, like, no features to, like, kind of... Not recent.
No, in this there are multiple.
Yeah.
In Lord of the Rings, it's just 2.
sorry, yeah.
Right. I mean, I guess that's a dumb change to be like, it's totally different, but it is totally different. No, I get you. That makes sense, though. But I thought that was cool, just that little thing. And then he talks about the...
Female Choden cow.
He does, but also he mentions that the crystal is the size of his boat.
Yeah, it's supposed to be huge.
I guess I knew those things were big, but I guess I didn't know they were that fucking big.
Yeah.
Whoa. Maybe he has a tiny boat.
That's a good point.
I don't know. They talk about the boat being pretty fucking big.
Maybe the boat means his penis, though.
Ah, maybe that's what I'm thinking of.
Yeah. He calls this shit.
So it's only like the Choden cow is only like 3 inches.
As a euphemism.
Yeah.
I think it's as big as my boat, if you know what I mean.
The crystal of the Choden cow is only like 3 inches across.
One's a ship, the other one's a boat.
We always know what you mean.
I do be hard. Damn it.
We know that. We know that.
I mean, we
too.
get Rand going crazy up in the mast.
Yeah.
Rat. What? I don't know. What do you call the beams of a ship? There's no rafters up there.
Well, he goes up in the crow's nest,
What the fuck is it?
and then he gets up in the fucking
Yeah, but what do you call
the rigging?
The rigging, I guess.
Yeah.
I guess.
He almost
From,
made it rigging mortars.
Lethal Weapon?
Well, the masts are what go up and down.
Yeah.
You know, keeps the cars out. But what goes across?
Rigging. There's no like. That's what it is. That's the ropes.
The cross beam.
I don't think there's a cross beam on a boat on a ship.
Sure
Yeah, there is.
Why would you need that? The cross beam's at the bottom. The whole point is just to have.
Are you stupid?
They've got cross beams. Like, are you trying to connect mast to mast?
No,
Or just
no
go-
argument.
Oh, okay. Then yeah,
That's
horizontal to it. Okay.
Yeah.
Then yes, that's what he's doing. He's going trapeze-like on it.
Whatever,
Crazy.
I just don't know boat names, okay? I don't know words about boat sings. I don't know boat sing words. I don't know where water goes.
We're spending a lot of time on this boat, but we're about to get to fucking hippies and that stupid errand that I can't stand after this.
Anyway, he sees Matt has the dagger and he goes, "Where'd you get that?" And he's like, "Don't worry about it. He didn't give it to me. I took it from him. He didn't give it to me."
Yeah.
You're just like, Jesus Christ, dude.
Redhead's
Calm the fuck
post-channeling
down.
euphoria ends in what's really...
In an amazing acrobatic display.
Yeah, but it just ends in such like a sour note for him. Like, wow, that was fucked up, and my friend's got this thing that's going to kill him.
I will keep a secret, but I'm a little upset about it. Also, one of the things that I think is hilarious is how Matt is just so adamantly saying that he took it and that Mordeth didn't give it to him, and I'm like, that's the part that you're choosing to...
Yeah. In fairness, he's paranoid now.
I like how Rand's like, yeah, we can sell it to get... And he's like, yeah, we can if we have to, but we're not going to do that.
Sell your own sword.
Anyway, chapter 25, the traveling people, Perrin. And the Caroline Grass? I don't know where they are.
Yes.
Perrin and Gwyn continuing to travel with Elias.
It's a Bella chapter.
It's a Perrin chapter.
First word,
Fuck
Bella
yourself.
walked along placidly. It's a Bella chapter.
All right.
So it is.
It's pretty good.
The most compelling of all the characters.
It's really not.
Perrin becomes more aware of the wolves. They go to hang out with the
You
Tinkers.
say that.
Aram explains the way of the leaf.
Fuck.
And Rain tells an Aiel story. That's what I wrote.
Aaron explains the way of the pussy.
That's a different story.
Perrin and Gwyn traveling with Elias. Go.
So, we know Matt is having dream shards, but already Perrin isn't being pulled into them. It seems like he's already got the wolves looking.
He's already
out for
got
him.
wolves protecting him in his dreams.
Maybe that's helpful for Balsamon.
Yeah, he now has narrowed it down.
Yeah, he's like, I can sleep a little bit more. I don't have to do this all the time.
Why would that narrow it down?
Well, now there's only two. As far as like how much time.
Yeah,
you
but
gotta
does
devote
he
to getting
think
an
like,
egg.
oh, then that one must be the Dragon Reborn, and I'm fucking with these other two pointlessly? Or like, what's your train of thought there? If you're Balagazamazan,
I think he knows. Someone's obviously a wolf.
Dragon Reborn could be a wolf dude.
Well,
I mean, he could.
could be. Yeah. I guess.
Also, does he even know at this point that the wolves are stopping him from entering the dreams?
No,
I don't think he does yet.
No, you're right. And not only that, like you're talking about who's he, by the way, preparing.
Balagazama.
Oh yeah, at Balakazam. It could just be that he was rejoined with an Aes Sedai because an Aes Sedai will be safe from dream shards, unless he really pulls them in.
Yeah. Because it could be like, it could be that Moraine is protecting one of the three boys, and that the other two, she's just like, get out of here, you pieces of shit. You know what I mean? Like,
you
and
little
like, he
pervert.
might just be like, fuck, that third one is obviously the Dragon Reborn. Anyway, Egwene's races towards the Tinkers. I wrote.
Let's go back a second.
Oh,
What do you think Perrin's wet dreams look like now? Because it
just
mentioned,
like Dapple,
yeah, like
just coming out of like a cold mountain stream and like shaking the water off her fur and
yeah,
maybe kind of like rolling around in the
standing on the wet
grass,
one
you know?
spot. Yeah.
Yeah.
Feels like you thought about this way too much.
Yeah. Well, I had a joke, and Joe had the
real
fucking.
ready answer.
And Joe had an answer, and Joe's got an erection.
Like, incredibly descriptive, ready answer.
Just
He mentions that, like,
looking sensually
And
shit.
it's just like, what do you think is what dreams are like now? And you're like, well, let me tell you.
yeah, where do I
A little
start?
something like this.
Hey, just because I know what a wolf brother goes through doesn't mean that I am one, or I don't talk to wolves. That'd be insane.
And even if not, I still don't want to fuck a wolf.
I know,
so badly.
no. That'd be weird. That would be weird.
What it though?
Oh,
No? It wouldn't be?
I don't think so.
All right. Well, so they draw close to the Tinker Camp, and let's talk about the fact that wolves failed. By the way, they forgot to notice the mastiffs at all. In this case, like they walked past the no warning.
Because Elias kind of like knows the whole time.
He didn't give any warning.
He didn't warn them.
Perrin didn't get any warning.
Yeah, but they're not like talking to Perrin yet.
He still picks up on it. Like they just kept walking, and all of a sudden, like Elias noticed the dogs.
Can't the wolves kind of like ignore you or like not tell you things if they don't want to?
Only Perrin.
It's not like he's just seeing through their eyes all the time. Like
he can, unless
don't they have to like feel and reach out for him?
Also, the wolves. I'm sure the wolves don't perceive those dogs as threats.
They're still curiosities. They're still like they don't go past people without noticing.
I'm not going to read into that too much. Is all I'm saying. Moving on.
Fucked up wolves. All right.
I think we should go back to Egwene being racist.
Well, we just got here.
Stop going back.
I'm kidding. Parents suggest camping with them, and they're like, and Elias is like, all right, fine. You don't understand how weird they are, but okay.
They're, nice vegetarians.
Which is almost weird, because, like, he was kind of guiding them that way in the first place, and then later on he's like, no, let's stay and hang out with them. Why do you want to leave already?
He gets a feeling.
So they meet Rain and, Isla?
Did we talk about...
say her name is Isla?
Yeah, it's Isla. Fisher. Did we talk about, what the song is last time?
Not... No.
Because we actually know definitively once we finish book 14.
Do we?
Yeah, it shares Gypsies, Tramps, and Thieves.
I thought the song was just that thing that they sing in book 4.
That's correct, but...
Wait, what? There's a song in book 4?
When he goes back in time...
when he's in the Ruidian?
Yeah, so I mean, they technically are thinking that there is a definitive song, but it's just the song has to work with an Ogier and a Green Man.
So I thought it was weird later on when Rand's singing and the grass is growing and shit.
Yeah.
And Rand's like, no, it's not this song. Like, I don't know the song or something like that. Like,
because there's no one song. Like, they think that there's like, if you remember in book 4...
But that is what they're looking for.
But they have to have it correctly. They have to have it with a Nim, with an Ogier, with like...
So you think they're not looking for like literally a song? They're looking for
they're just trying to get back to that time.
Correct. Yeah, and also shares Gypsy, Tramps, and Thieves.
Well, yeah, obviously.
Do you guys remember the time
that's
that
clear.
gypsies weren't feared and hated, chased down?
Gypsies, Tramps, and Thieves.
Yeah. And
Look
every
at
night,
those
Mom would
fucking
come...
tinkers running off with your children. Wait, what?
And every night they come around.
After they meet Rain and Ilya, or Isla or whatever her name is, Aram walks up and he's like, "Oh, hey, Grandma, who's this hot chick? Let's go over here and talk."
Yeah. I want to eat your
Tom's
pussy.
favorite character, Aram.
Yeah. Is it weird for them to lick?
Actually, I like
meat?
Aram quite a bit later once he starts to kill people with a sword.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do the Tinkers like suck on dick? Do they like lick pussy? Because that's meat.
I wrote here from...
Not answer my question.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, I had a serious question. Do they partake in oral sex knowing that is a animal, a meat, like a protein based?
They're not actually eating it.
Wait,
They're also
what?
not vegetarians.
Yeah, they are.
No, they're not. They eat
I
beef
don't
stew
think so.
or whatever.
No, they don't eat beef stew. They don't.
Don't they feed them stew in like 5 minutes?
Yeah, but there's no beef in it.
Well, maybe I just assumed stew had beef in it because I'm a meat eater. They don't do violence to humans. I don't think that has anything to do with their food.
They don't eat beef. Like they don't eat deer or anything like that. They don't hunt.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess they don't have any weapons.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
I never really thought of them as vegetarians for some reason. I just assumed that food wasn't the same thing.
I don't know if they're vegan.
Maybe they eat the dogs when they die.
Gypsies.
They're cannibals too.
Song just cues up.
Listen, we travel. We don't bury our dead. We just gotta do something with
cut
them.
a slice off of Rain.
You're eating some of Grandma right now.
What else happened here?
Let me tell you what Tom said.
A 5-minute conversation about stew.
Let me tell you what Tom said in the old tWoTcast episode of 3. He thinks Aram is a dandy going after someone's woman.
I think he's a dandy. What a song.
I mean, he is a bit of a dandy.
Which I thought was hilarious.
Let's get to the idea of the way of the leaf, which Aram is trying to briefly mention.
Okay.
And parent insults towards it. So is like, I bet you run away a lot. Like if someone hit me, I'd hit him right back. Look, dude, it's clearly not going to change someone's religious order right now, but good try.
He also, Aram's doing the same thing, to be fair.
No, don't be fair.
Well, I mean, Perrin's being a jealous idiot, even though this isn't his girlfriend and he shouldn't care. But at the same time...
Actually, what is he all worked up about? Not once is he ever just like, that's Rand's girlfriend.
No.
He sort of talks about that later, doesn't he?
He just says how much he wishes he could fuck Rand.
Aren't you supposed to be betrothed to Rand or something? He yells at her later.
Yeah, afterwards.
Not this chapter specifically, but I mean, well, obviously, I'm just saying those feelings are there. Like that's what he's doing. That's why he's reacting this way.
What, is that really true? I think
he actually likes Egwene.
I think he wants to fuck Egwene.
Yeah,
maybe he wants to fuck Aram, which is why that happens later.
Very possibly.
Yeah.
Maybe he wants to fuck their grandmother.
It might be why he kept Aram so close to him later on in life.
Hey, watch me fuck my wife. You can stay in my room.
Stay right outside my tent while I get naked with my wife.
Pitching one now.
Don't listen, but do.
Enjoy the smells. My wolf dick.
So Egwene goes off to make out with Aram.
Slut.
The Tinkers feed and take care of them. Rain tells the Aiel story, which I think is really awesome. We should probably talk more about.
No, that's real plot.
Yeah.
We've already done some slut shaming for no reason. We've talked about people's religion for no reason.
Yeah.
I think we should stick on that topic. I've learned in 2020 that's better.
Cover that and then wrap it up at 40 minutes.
You sound like my penis.
Well, he talks about a dying Aiel woman with a dying group of Aiel women, I suppose, that said they were fighting Trollocs in the Blight.
This is a great story.
Elias is like, Trollocs in the Blight? That's ridiculous. And he's like, well, that's what she said, and she came over and talked to us, which we thought was fucking crazy. Because
Trollocs in the Aiel Waste.
Yeah, that's what
you said Trollocs in the Blight.
Trollocs in the Blight's pretty normal.
Yeah, Trollocs in the Blight is normal. I'm at the Aiel Waste. But they're not the same place? It might as well be.
They're dry. Good enough.
I mean, it's the same to me. I hate the desert.
He talks about the blinding. She delivers some horrifying message of the Dark One's awake. He's gonna try to blind the eye of the world. Like, this is a big deal. Blah blah blah. And then and I just love how Rain's like, and we didn't know what that meant, so whatever. And you're just like, what the fuck? That's your takeaway from that story?
It means after that the world gets handicap parking.
Oh, that's good news.
That's probably some kind of seeing eye dog.
A seeing eye wolf.
That would be one giant dog.
She says, "Tell the people in the story." Do you think she just meant people of the dragon?
Yeah, which would be the
Aiel, obviously. Yeah.
It's a very
Rain does say if we had even tried to approach another Aiel and tell them what that person said, they'd run away.
I've always been fascinated on how did this chick pick up this story? Like, who was she talking to? Like, who were they witnessing that they find out that the Dark One's stirring, Balzamon's about to blind? Like, what?
Some Aiel chick was dying. Some maiden of the spear was dying.
No, how did the Aiel pick it up?
They were spying on a Trolloc and Fade campfire where they're all telling the story about the new plan.
Yeah,
who the fuck?
It is a good point. It makes sense.
Yeah, it's not like the Trollocs were sitting around talking Trolloc talk.
Good one. The only thing I can think of, which is supported nowhere until the last book, is there's that fucking village of actual people way up in there right outside of Thakandar. But again, that makes no sense for them to have made that 100 fucking mile plus journey to get there, overhear a rumor, and try to run away.
No, that makes no sense. Also, they're women, so I assume they're all women, but maybe it's just the one.
They are. It
did say they were all women, right?
Yeah.
So they're all maidens of the spear, so none of them are male channelers and have no reason to go into the Blight.
Yeah.
They go into the Blight to raid, though, sometimes, don't they?
I think they do go just kind of as a proving ceremony, yeah.
They wouldn't get that deep in, though.
Yeah, I would imagine they do.
Yeah, there's no reason for them to know this thing, unless... Unless it's something like where
Maybe is it just like
maybe Balsamon wants them to know.
yeah, maybe like maybe Trollocs being no, that doesn't make any sense either.
Like the only thing
It's not like Trollocs being in the threefold land is like signs that the end times are coming, right?
Doesn't this come up later?
I don't know, does it?
Where he says he did it on purpose or something?
I don't remember that,
Oh, he might.
but it is entirely possible.
Are you talking about Bagazamlin, Evan?
Bacchanalia?
Balsamon, man. Right?
Tom?
I don't know.
Tom, we're talking to you. We're asking you questions about how to pronounce the name.
I know, but I have it muted because I'm in the other room.
So Egwene comes back and they go to sleep. Next chapter.
He reminds me of Will Alsing. Big old dick.
Always flirting with the ladies and you fall for it. He went off and made out with them on purpose.
You bitch.
You bent.
Just random Matt and Perrin really don't like the pretty boys or the ladies, man.
I really don't. Chapter 26, Whitebridge.
Whitebridge.
It's a friend perspective, and they're at Whitebridge. So Matt's horrible at the flute. They reach Whitebridge. Doman fires Gelb.
I think Matt's actually horrible at the flute, or he suspects the flute is trying to steal his knife.
Tom, we're doing the quick overview. They make a plan. They make a plan. Fade comes. That's it. Go.
Fade comes.
This is a really good chapter.
Yeah, it's awesome.
It's definitely one of those like those chapters where like shit's starting to happen as soon as they fucking hit ground, pretty much.
I like Tom's theory that Matt doesn't like the flute because it's going to try to steal the dagger from him.
I actually am very interested in that theory.
I do like how Matt's like, he's like, I thought you sheep herders all just sat around playing the flute all day. And he's like, I'm not a sheep herder, you piece of shit.
I milk cows and I do weird jokes with badgers and other animals.
Yeah. And my dad is a really good judge of horse flesh.
I milk cows and do practical jokes.
Yeah. What don't you understand about this?
Just because I live in the middle of nowhere doesn't make me a shepherd, you son of a bitch.
Hunt.
So they reach Whitebridge. Rand's like,
Without a mutiny.
yeah, good job not having a mutiny.
Yeah.
Doman kind of blames it on Tom keeping everybody calm.
I don't think that's blame. He credits
Credits him.
I feel like these people are so starved for entertainment.
Yeah, I was kind of thinking about that. I was like, you're making fun of the farm boys for like sitting around and playing music all day. What else do they have to do?
Like if I was about to stab my boss in the neck with a knife, and somebody was like, "Let me tell you a story," I'd be like, "Get out of my way, old man."
I want to kill my fucking boss.
I'm trying to kill my boss.
But what if you don't hear stories very often? Now, maybe you want to listen to it.
Yeah, I guess maybe if I didn't have TV, I'd be like, all right, I'll listen to this story, old man. But later, I'm gonna stab my boss, whether you make me happy or not.
That's a good point. What if no one had TV? It'd be the purge.
Oh god, it'd be horrible.
24 hours.
Our society would never function without some sort of constant entertainment.
Like
We'd all degrade.
stories and skin flute?
We'd all degrade into animals very quickly.
It would just be just dreams of parents.
Yeah.
It's wolves. It's wolves everywhere.
So they get there. Doman fires Gelb right away. Like, I love how the dockmaster is kind of like, "Hey, you need to pay me some money," and and he's like, "Shut the fuck up, Gelb! You're fired, you piece of shit!" Just like, holy shit, that needed to happen that
Right
seriously?
now. Yeah.
Can we have not finished our transaction first?
Nope.
God
Nope.
bless it.
I do feel like this guy's like getting unfairly. Like he fell asleep. Big deal.
Well, apparently
I think
it's
it
not
was
the first
one
time.
of many.
Yeah, it's not the first time.
I mean, Doman even says, like, this is the last time you fall asleep on watch.
You cigarette smoking
piece of shit. I was in the Vietnam War.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Rand and Matt are really making a lot of enemies of just the common working man along this trip.
I know, they really do.
Which is
Aside from
interesting.
that old farmer guy that they, like, befriend. And it's
Yeah, a
really
little
kind
bit,
of-
yeah. they definitely,
They basically just
yeah. All about being a
they
lord.
turn every single person to a buck against them, like, immediately.
Not everyone.
Everyone.
What about much? Oh, no, that's no. Stable boys are out. Farmers.
Daughters in.
Innkeepers
Farmers.
out.
Dads
Ferrymen
out.
out.
Yeah. It's not really looking good. Soldiers. Oh, I also don't like them. Yeah, fuck it.
So Tom's actually contemplating going to Iliad. Doman's kind of convincing him to go. He's like, "Come down here, tell your stories. It'd be amazing. You can keep my crew entertained all the way down there." And Tom is like, yeah,
That
no.
sounds nice.
Rand kind of jumps in and is like, no, we're meeting our friends. That's it. He's like, fine. Let me go talk to this idiot farm boy away from you for a minute. And when they're talking about it later, he's like, what about that plan? He's like, they're just never going to stop. Don't you understand? And he's like, all right, fine, you're right. Fuck.
It is interesting. Well, go on.
He's contemplating going to Iliad to get more stories for the Great Hunt for the Horn, as if like all these fantastical things are going to be happening within the next couple of years, like, and they're not just old crazy legends.
Well,
like, you're not actually going to see a great story.
I think Tom is still on the level of like, I just need to protect these kids from possibly one of them is a channeler, and he's gonna get gentled by the Aes Sedai, and I need to protect these little boys.
yeah, that's correct.
It's gentled.
Oh, gentled. Sorry.
It's a fantasy novel, Joe. Not everything is pronounced the same as we do it in real life.
Yeah, gentrification of his penis.
So at any rate, I think he's more on. I don't think he's like, oh yeah, let's go to Ilion. It'll be amazing for my storytelling. And I think he's just going like, yeah, that sounds good. Get him as far away from the Aes Sedai as possible. That's
Also, the fastest way to get
solid
to a big
plan.
city, get lost, and to kind of regroup however you want.
Yeah.
But
So
again,
they try to go to an inn to look for Moraine.
and why do they think that Moraine's already going to be there? They took the fastest way there.
I don't think that they think she's already going to be there. I think they're just checking to see if she is there already.
Idiots.
You don't know?
I do.
No, you don't.
I already read the book.
Oh.
Yeah. Idiot.
She's an Aes Sedai. She's got powers. She could be there. They don't know things. They don't know how things work. There could have been another boat. She could be ahead of them somehow. It's possible.
What was that other boat doing just hanging out outside?
Well, we already know that the spray made haste slowly. So maybe Moraine got on a boat that just made haste?
Decently.
I don't know.
So they're in the damn,
Yeah, they're in the inn. They
Yeah.
grab a private-ish table.
with lattice work so you can see out.
Tom
Brilliant.
talks to the innkeeper for some news.
You know what the news is?
Yeah, there was a crazy man looking for them. And then after that, a crazy guy with a hood pulled up over his eyes where I couldn't see his eyes, but he was really scary and pale.
Scary.
Also looking for them. Which I thought was weird. But that's fine.
You know the first
You guys
guy
hang
was?
out here, have some drinks. I'll go back to the bar until I realize with my small innkeeper brain that you're the same people that those people were looking for.
A weird quote.
I mean, it's not that weird.
Like I
It's
need
kinda-
another beer
kinda
already
normal.
just to keep up. I didn't finish my reading, by the way, Tom.
So they discuss leaving or going on, and Gelb's in the same inn telling stories about the boat and the Trollocs, and everyone's like, Trollocs? Those are tales for the Age of Legends.
So I've always been interested by this because, like, you know, Tom now says, he's like, you know what, there's no fucking way I'm going with, you know, like, I've been seeing, we're not getting on a goddamn boat because Gelb has pretty much made it. Everyone knows that it was a Gleeman with a boat. As well as, you know, you guys of actual consequence. But as we see in the next chapter or two, I forget what happens later in this chapter. Again, no.
It's like, it's nice to listen to you try to figure it out in real time.
Yeah, thank you.
I forgot what happened. Nope. I got
That
nope.
he has to jump on. He's got to jump on the fucking boat. With
They're
Jono.
basically like, the boat's not going to work. And then after they start hearing Gelb telling stories and spreading rumors about them, they know that it's only going to be a certain amount of time before everyone puts two and two together and that they're
This
the people
boat
that they're
had
looking
those
for.
people.
And he's like, shit, maybe the boat is a good idea. And that's big. I think that's what you were trying to say.
Yeah.
Is he contemplates the boat a second time going, hey, maybe we should get back on that boat and get the fuck out of here because the sooner we leave, the better.
Yeah, it's like all of a sudden the boat goes from like value to no value to holy shit, if it leaves right now, fuck it, we can all get out of here before
Yeah.
the rumors.
And then it's fade time.
Yeah, and before that, I love that Tom does a lot of really smart things. One, he
Diddle's children.
pushes them out the back, splits up the money in case they all get split up. He does a lot of things where you're just like, damn, if he hadn't had a little bit of forethought, they would have been fucked
Oh yeah.
pretty badly.
And you know what's in that money stack?
Spoiler warning. He dies and he's dead forever.
Yeah. And you know,
Oh, shit, he does die, right?
it's very disappointing because I like that character a lot and I was like, wow, 14 books of that guy would have been fun, but I guess it's only half.
Yeah, I mean, I guess.
He does recite...
It's pretty cool when he fights the Midril and dies, though.
Yeah. I always appreciate this little piece of prophecy about the grave is no bar to my call.
Do you think it's weird that Robert Jordan brought Tom Maryland, like, another Gleeman with white mustaches and hair back, like, in the later books?
You know,
it's weird they have the same name. I understand.
Thank you, right? It's a little strange.
Again, I'm not sure he was aware of it because his editor may have changed that.
Yeah, that's probably what it was.
Yeah. His original name for the second character was Mom Terrelin. And,
someone was like, "What? Mom's a weird name. That's the name of all mothers.
Yeah.
Why don't we just call like a normal name like Tom?" And he's like, "What about Tom with an H?" And she's like...
Yeah, the English translation of Mom Terrelin wasn't quite as good.
Yeah. So they grab disguises. They see a Midril. They freaks out. He shoves the flute and harp into Rand's arms and he goes, "Run, you fools!"
Yeah, and then guess what happens? The Eagles pick them up, take them over
Takes them straight to Mordor.
Yeah.
They throw the ring in.
I remember this, but I don't remember it from this book.
Tom fights the Midril out in the middle of the White Bridge. They tumble off the side and they fall.
Yeah.
And later on when he comes back, he's Tom the White.
It shouldn't be funny, but it is.
Racist.
It is racist.
It's because of his hair, Tom, not his skin color. His hair is white.
Yeah, his skin was already white.
He's got white mustaches.
Miranda's already talking in this book, though. They're like, he's not dead.
Yeah, that's true. Because
I do like...
There's no corpse.
They do randomly get... Because of the clues of unnamed crazy person, Padden Fane, and also a Midril, talking to them about, have you seen these people?
Have you seen this boy?
They interpret that as
Terminator 2.
Moraine and Egwene and Perrin and everyone's alive still, because the Midril's still looking for them.
Yeah.
I think if they didn't know that in the later chapters, Rand and Matt would be in a darker place than they already are.
Well, Rand. Matt would be in paranoia.
Yeah, but he already is, but he'd be a lot worse. Part of what pulls Matt through, even if it's just a little, is Rand's, like, hope or, like, blind faith that if they just get to Camelin, like, they'll be okay. And if Rand didn't have that blind faith based on these little...
That's true.
I really think that's, like, a big linchpin. Yeah, even if Matt is crazy.
Yeah.
Anyway, so the Fade's there. They run through the gates and they get lost in the throng of people.
I'm wearing a throng right now.
And then they run down the road and they're like, "Oh, fuck, Tom's dead. There's no fucking way he's gonna survive that shit." I mean, he fell off White Bridge, tumbling down through time and space.
Yeah.
Fought it with a rope, with a whip.
Midril doesn't have enough time to do more than stab him in the leg and move on with its life.
I don't understand how the Midril... So when you hear Tom's story later when he comes back, he's like, "Yeah, I fought him for like a second. Then the second you guys were gone, he left." And I was just like...
Why did he chase?
Why weren't you right behind them, number one? Number two...
That thing should have been right on their ass.
Yeah, why wasn't it right on their asses? It seems very strange. The whole situation seems
It reminds me of something out of like a fucking weird-ass cartoon where...
Is it because there's so many people around?
Exactly what I was going to say. Like, it's like got like its fucking coat up and like a hat down, so it can't be seen.
Yeah, because when it goes into the town, to Whitebridge to question people, it's clearly hiding that it's a fade. It's not trying to like...
But at this point, if you got the fucking killing blow or killing, abduction, just reveal yourself, dumbass.
Yeah.
Oh no, there's Myrddraal. What are we gonna do?
I like how they were just like,
nothing?
This guy's been coming in and asking people about
but he's creepy
all these people,
shit.
But no one's seen him at the gates. And you're just like, well, maybe he's just still in town.
Yeah. Obviously,
no one saw him enter or leave.
Obviously, he's got to walk through walls, or he never left. Right. We thought that one. We did not think that one through.
No. Chapter 27. So, talking about old tWoTcast episodes, guys.
Oh, God, I can't wait.
Jono wondered aloud if maybe Tom Maryland could channel.
Like in a real way?
Yeah,
Technically, he's got...
It's a theory, kind of like the blue sparks happening with Henry fought the Fade thing.
Right here, yeah.
Are you trying to back this up now?
Oh, no, I don't agree with that at all. But there's a reason to question. He's got a nephew who can channel, so there's bloodlines. There's Yeah.
Well, now you're making it make sense.
Yeah.
It's less ridiculous.
Are you trying to back up this stupid claim?
Again,
He's trying to back up a stupid claim from 10 years ago.
Yeah.
That makes more sense.
Yeah, there's reasons for that to be questionable.
Also if you're reading for the first time.
Yeah.
If this is your first read, I can understand you being like, what? Maybe there's something more to this old man than I know.
It was definitely not my first read, obviously.
Well, obviously not.
It was like my 10th.
But I don't think you meant it in like, maybe it's real and he can. I think you were just like, what
When
the
we
fuck
get
was
to
with
more
that?
crazy theories, when we get drunker and drunker, I can't wait to see where this podcast goes.
Anyway, so chapter 27.
No, I think. Well, so Tom brought up a pretty interesting point earlier that, and to actually give him credence.
Tom O'Hara?
Yeah.
Here, what are you? I'm here to save the big time!
Shit. Tony, can you come back later?
This is the Mario and Luigi porn with Peach in the middle.
I was like, what is happening over there?
Well, Mario's beating up Bowser. Because
He came out of a pipe with an erection on him. Kind of looks like
Holy
Jim
shit.
Carrey. Yeah.
Alright, stop
Are
this.
you guys just
Stop this.
noisily playing porn on the podcast?
I mean, he was.
Yeah.
No one was having sex. But yeah, he was.
Yeah, tell me about that money shot. Was there flames coming out of it? Like what? There was the little blicket.
I mean, Tom said that they hadn't incorporated anything from the video gameplay, but I just saw Mario burst out of a pipe. Beat the shit out of Bowser, who had a princess in chains, and I presume they were about to have sex.
Yeah,
But up until that point, it was very much the video game.
Yeah.
I gotta tell you, I googled it and sent it to you like last we were talking about.
Shelter from the Storm. It's a Perrin chapter, and they're still traveling with the traveling people.
At least there were traveling people. It could be bad if they found the stationary people and stayed with them.
I'm annoyed that I liked that joke.
So stupid.
I mean, I didn't laugh at it, but
Perrin worries and wants to leave. Elias urges that they rest. Dancing. There's a lot of dancing.
Gypsies, tramps, and thieves. Song going on and on.
Yeah. And then they part ways, basically. That's the whole chapter.
oh shit.
Alright, well.
So I wrote that there's constant music and Perrin's annoyed at it, which I think is hilarious, because they're just like always playing music, and we were just talking about how bored these people must be, so I feel like he should be like more appreciative of that.
Yeah, I the more I think about it,
He's like, all this music all the time.
there's a very interesting thing of like, what do you fill your days with? Like, if you're not, like, apparently there's-
Especially these people that are incredibly peaceful. have nothing else to do other than just like
they should be pretty damn good at their music.
Yeah.
But like, going back to
hard
Perrin,
work. You fill it with hard work.
Yeah, Perrin
I'll be
misses
filling
the
you with.
forge. He misses
Yeah.
the forge.
Like, we see
It's
from
super quiet in there.
there's only like 3 books that Rand had access to. So at the end of a night, he would just read the same fucking books again. You know what? At this point, get yourself a goddamn mandolin, a lyre, a guitar.
Do you think they were always reading the same books?
He says that that's what he's like his favorite book to read. He's read it a bunch.
I would
Yeah,
go
but
sleep.
like not. They have like
I would sleep
15
all the
books,
time.
right?
15. Tom, what'd you say?
I would sleep all the time.
Again, feel like you're.
Well, that's why it's a big deal when the peddler comes, because they're like, oh, I can get another book. I can get a book. And I'll read it for the next year.
I can get it.
Maybe 2. Maybe 2 if a peddler doesn't come next year. I'll read it for the next year. It's like waiting for the show to come out on Netflix.
You should try a broad.
So he binge reads it,
for Mario
and then
Luigi.
and then he reads it slowly, again and again for the next 2 years, waiting for another peddler to come.
Pretty much what we did with book 14. Like, read it instantly and then reread it for a show.
Yeah.
All right, maybe that makes more sense. Like, I fucking binge read the latest Jane Farstrider book. It's only been a decade.
Perrin's uneasiness pertains to them being like who these people are and knowing that there's danger hunting them, and he's kind of going like, I don't want, like, what if Trollocs spill in this camp in the middle of the night? These people are just gonna get cut down. And he's like, and Elias is like, it's fine. We'd feel it, we'd sense it, we'd know that something was gonna happen. Like,
It'll happen in 3 books. It's not a worry.
It's not a big deal.
I would think that would be incredible if they came, because then you have human shields while you make your escape.
Again, it happens in 3 books. It's a pretty good idea. You can get some. Yeah, there's plenty of opportunity for these guys to die a lot. I also appreciate Elias's like jokes of like, would you really make the horses work so hard to leave? Like, why are you in such a hurry? There's good food here, and then, all right, we can shoot the fuck out.
So
Like,
do you think it's weird that when Aram comes back around like later on, that he doesn't ever mention like having fucked the Maryland seat? I mean, they were fucking, right?
Obviously, yeah,
Clearly having sex.
Aggressive fingering.
sure.
Well, still.
You know, like the first time.
Third base of the Maryland seat is pretty good.
Do you know, by the way, the first time he fingered her, there's blood on his hands. He had to go talk to his grandmother about like the murder he had done.
And that's why they're talking all that much.
Yeah, that's exactly what that is. And like so he's like, what have I done, grandmother? Like, this is clearly not the way of the leaf. And it's like it took a lot of explaining for him to really get it.
I don't know. I don't think this is his first time.
Yeah, I think so.
So there's a lot of dancing. There's a lot of slow woman dancing to Gypsies, Tramps, and Thieves. And parents blushing makes it happen every night because I think it's so hilarious. Because he's so embarrassed at their slow dancing. Erotic dancing. I don't know if I clarified that.
There's a big difference.
I find the fact that like this guy is 20, like we've kind of like gone back.
Yeah.
And like he's, you know, her hips undulating.
I like how he says parents blushing, but it's just like, you know, what, like if Elias had come over to parent and be like, hey, you want to come over here and
stand up?
He'd be like, no, I'm good. I'm good right here. I'm good right here by the fire. Let's stay by the fire for a minute.
Can I wear my Snuggie over my dick? It's like her bare feet undulated and shuffled to the beat of the drums. Like
Elias literally mentions that sitting by a warm fire isn't enough to get his blood hot anymore. As in, Parent has a hard-on and he knows it. And
I'm sure Elias can smell it.
Yeah,
that's a good question.
He can just smell it.
Yeah, he smells arousal. He's like, you know who's the only person?
Like, I know a male wolf that needs to be
quenched.
Yeah.
To get his thirst quenched.
relieved
with some dapple of water. That's the wolf pussy, by the way, Tom.
So Isla gives him a new cloak.
I caught with that a little bit.
Is that what pussy means?
Yeah.
It's wolf pussy?
Yeah, wolf pussy.
It's amazing that was an insult in 5th grade. What's up, wolf pussy?
Sorry, just maybe... I'm laughing about old tWoTcast notes here. Tom, I don't really understand what we were talking about the wolf in the wolf dream and whether that was a real wolf or it was a wolf that already died and was in the wolf dream protecting him or if that wolf that died was an actual wolf that he knew or something. Like we were just like going off on a tangent.
Who's got guard duty here?
And Tom said something about wolves' intuition, and you coined the phrase "Wolven's intuition." Which I thought was hilarious.
I think we should delete all the old episodes.
Oh no, it was good. It was a good joke. It was like a tWoTcast episode 249 joke, you know? It was a good joke. I was like, wow, we were making jokes like that back in episode 3? That's pretty good.
Yeah, we were good people. It was actually our 3rd time even meeting each other, so the fact that we had that much chemistry is important.
Yeah, so we were talking about the last chapter with Parent, but really it's this chapter where he starts talking about how his dreams are normal here, and they're still nightmares, but they're normal nightmares, and Balagazaman isn't in them. And his awareness of the wolves is growing, and again, that's when the wolf's guarding his dreams, and Balagazaman burns it.
Balsalman.
What did I say? It's Balagazaman.
I've always found it interesting because Parent has never hurt anything so far, like other than like a fist fight. But Parent is so adamant, and I don't.
He didn't hurt a Trolloc yet.
I mean, he may
not in all that.
I'm sure he did kill 1 or 2. Who doesn't?
But, I mean, they rode down a hill with Lan thinking they were all going to die.
Yeah,
pretty sure he hurt a Trolloc.
But he's never hurt like a human. He's never been in a fight with anything besides a Trolloc. Like a very kind of like hot-blooded check and see kind of moment. Mm-hmm. But like here he is, just getting so fucking angry about the way
because some dandy is getting at his woman.
Yeah, it's just like dark was out there. I want to wear the axe. I want to throw my cloak back. I want you to see me.
Isla gives him a new cloak, and she's like, it could fit better.
Yeah.
Passive aggressively telling him to not wear an axe.
I'll tell you what.
Then he's like, oh, you think it could fit better?
It's a tool of violence, you bitch.
How about I flip it over my axe and it's hanging out there for all to see all the time, dangling.
It's like, is the axe your penis? Like, are you just flashing everyone?
No, I'm talking about his axe. It's on his hip.
Is that what's going on? He's just flashing his dick at like tWoTcast children, and they're all kind of upset about it. Like,
and they're like, "Your cloak could fit better, you piece of shit." What are you doing? There's children around.
He's just had a hard on the whole fucking time. That's what it is from the fucking dance. He looks like the fucking Mario from what Tom just sent us, just strutting around out of a pipe with a dick hard. Maybe you should pull that back. But my axe. No one cares about your weapon. Put it up, man.
I mean, that's how it makes the gash.
God damn it. Fucking so good.
Well, I loved that. I'll be very honest.
So after the wolf dies in his dream, Elias is like, it's time to move on now. We've reached that moment.
We just killed
that I was waiting for.
Sleeping wolf.
And then the wagons weirdly also feel that it's time to move on, which I thought was a little interesting.
It's called
You could read into it. You could read into it and think that something else was going on there. You can also just be like, oh, it means nothing. But Rain is like, yes, the winds have shifted. We're going to go in the complete opposite direction now. See you later.
What's that, Tom?
I can all feel the birds in the air.
Yeah. It's I believe that's not Peter Gabriel. Never mind, I fucked it up. I forgot whose song that was. It's like Peter Gabriel. That's not who that is. Wrong, former member of Genesis.
So after they part ways, there's this hilarious moment where
Elias doesn't want to be rude.
No. Elias is kind of like ahead of Egwene and Perrin, and Perrin is like, why were you talking to Isla the whole time? And she's like, oh, she was explaining to me, like she was just telling me about how to be a woman, like what it is to be a woman. And he's like, we don't need to be told how to be a man, we just are men. And she's like, well, maybe that's why you suck at it, Perrin. And then Elias thought it was hilarious.
End scene. Fuck you.
He did think that was hilarious.
Do you guys have any twat show thoughts that are in your brains from these chapters? You got any TV theories or thoughts on how things are going to look?
We don't really talk about it, but I'd be interested to see what their version of Whitebridge is. Like, is it something like delicate
and
lacy?
Something, right?
Yeah. Is it going to be something like just...
I've seen, there's quite a few, if you like just Google Whitebridge, like Wheel of Time, like there's quite a few different depictions of it. None of them are bad. None of them are great. So there are some bad ones, never mind.
Yeah.
There's a lot of bad ones, but there's some that are like
in
really
the big
cool.
white book. Yeah.
But I'm just, well, no, I mean, I'm not even talking from that crap. But I mean, just fan art kind of thing. And like, there's some that are really good, and I'm just like, I wonder if it's gonna look anything fucking like that.
Am I
like,
wrong?
It must be so...
I think you could do it if you did like a tissue held up by 4 toothpicks in front of a green screen.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
And they've got the money for that.
And then you just like tip a solo cup over or something and let some beer trickle under it.
Am I wrong in that my memory has that Whitebridge doesn't just have the bridge technically, but also like some docks around it that are part of this structure?
I don't know if it's part of the structure. I think the bridge itself is the only part that's like hard stone.
Okay.
I could be wrong.
Well, is it also... It's not Hearthstone.
It's not?
They don't know what it is.
Oh.
It's white stone.
Yeah, it's white. It's bridge made of white. But no. It's not.
Maybe I just always assumed that.
And that because they don't really say it. It's got texture to it, which Hearthstone.
They mentioned that it's not like wet. It's not slippery when it's wet.
Yeah, it's no Bon Jovi.
That's all I could think of.
Yeah,
like Bon Jovi.
Anyway, I think Tel'aran'rhiod is going to be a big test for the show.
It's going to be.
That's weird. A big like. Either they downplay it.
You just no. Same sets, fog machine. There you go.
So that'll be a downplayed version of what I'm talking. So either they downplay it and it's something like what Tom's talking about, or is Rand gonna be literally running through like an Escher drawing, like Labyrinth style movie thing where there's staircases everywhere?
That's not hard. You just spin the camera in a circle.
I'm just saying, are they gonna actually do that, or is it just gonna be like, oh well, he's in a nightmare and he wakes up?
I hope they do at least
That's the
something.
least they could do.
Yeah, I feel like they gotta do something. Like, you can't just have him like jerking erect, like he's a fucking neighbor at your old house. Thank you.
The only other thing I have is for twat show thoughts is the wolf imagery and what that might look like or how they do that. And I think it's almost easier to do in a television show versus a book. To be fair,
I 100% agree.
it's like flashes of imagery and be like, "This is Dapple's name," bam, and you're like, "Oh, okay." I saw like 8,000 things there.
I can tell you exactly how they're going to do it. Dum Dum. Have you ever seen this movie called Bone Alone?
Oh my god. I really hope that there are scenes with Perrin just staring at a dog and it talking to him. with the mouth moving.
It's going to be incredible.
They got that guy for the director for that episode.
Do you think he's just going to be staring into a wolf's eyes and just be like...
Like Aquaman?
Yeah, that's right. From the Super Friends specifically, Tom.
What do you be Forest Man? Is that better for you, dickhead? Answer is yes, like Aquaman.
It would be Wolfman.
But he's gonna be in forests most often. He's not in wolves legally. Maybe he is.
I guess.
I want that to be exactly the same. I want Perrin to be
I
just
guess what
like
you
Aquaman.
said just made sense.
Just shaking.
Oh, he's Aquaman.
So that's tWoTcast this week.
Yeah.
If you have any comments or questions, the best way to find us is in person. But because you probably aren't near us, you can find us on Twitter at tWoTcast.
Do not find me in person.
Tom, no one wants to find you in person.
You're kind of a curmudgeon-y fuck. I love you so much.
Love you, Tom. It was the insult followed immediately by how much you love him that made that funny. Listen wherever you get your podcast. You can email us twatcast@gmail.com. I'll keep going because Tom isn't going to read anything. We're on Patreon now. That's patreon.com/twatcast. If you enjoy the show, help us out and give us $1. And of course, thank you to all our current patrons. There's exclusive content.
$10.
There's exclusive content. There's
Exclusive content.
official at the time, but not official anymore. Twat art.
Twart.
Well, I guess the art's still official.
The THOTcast. Wow. THOTcast. The THOTcast theme. The tWoTcast theme song is brought to you today by Taffy Bennington at Sing with Taffy on Twitter and Anarchy101 on YouTube. Join us next week for The Wheel of Time, Book 1, The Eye of the World, covering Part 8, Chapters 28 through 31. I'm Jono. You listen to Joe.
Keep the change, you filthy animals.
And Tom.
Stay your mask.
Study your math, Tom.
Alright, everyone shut the f*** up.
Wheel of Time. Reread podcast. Explicit and R freaking rated. John is the wild card, always talking shit. Joe's the straight man. He's a total